everyone, welcome to Suzanne's Bright Lines. It is good to see you all here. It's time for a catch up. Life has been pretty busy for the last couple of weeks. I have been working full time as well as taking care of my dad. I have been staying out there in the evenings, coming into work every morning. I did that for the first week. It was fine. By the end of it, I was exhausted. Trying to sleep when someone wakes at 2:15 every morning and then just wanders the house is really difficult, because normally you are sleeping but you've got one ear open. When they're not sleeping, you're not sleeping. I was just so happy to come home and climb into my own bed. This past week I have been home for 2 nights, then went out, and he was awake at 1:11 this morning, and it was then I realized I cannot continue in that vein because I'm going to burn myself out. Over the years I've come to understand with raising children that if you're not getting enough sleep, you're going to start making mistakes. Your emotions are going to get extremely tangled, and your eating is going to go out the window because you are starting to stress. Cortisol is starting to flow through your body. You start to overthink so many things, and if you have any issues, those issues could come to the fore again. So I have decided to come home. I will just go out and see him through the day, but I will not be staying the night. I'm going to do that. On Monday I will head out there and I will spend the day with him, and then I will come home and I will sleep in my own bed. Then I will work for 4 days. Then I will go out again on the Saturday. My brother and I are going to discuss what we're going to do next, because I do have concerns, and I know that my brother has concerns, but he's happy to wait until I tell him and my younger brother that it's time. The thing is, they've left the decision in my hands, and that's really difficult because I'm the only girl, I'm the eldest, and I feel like I'm letting the side down because I can't, in all honesty, continue to do everything to do with Dad. I had done it for, oh my gosh, the first 7 years of my mother passing. I was there quite a lot just to make sure he was okay, because the grief was extremely strong. It got too much and I had to take a step back, and that's when I asked my brother, who is a year younger than me, to take over the medical things, and I was still doing the grocery shopping. If he needed other things, I would take him for those. Then I went back to school, got myself organised, because I had also, left my marriage, and I was working through a lot of emotional things that affected me in ways that I didn't even realise. So he took over the shopping part of it as well. It has really helped because he's been doing that for the last 3 years. He now has a new granddaughter. He also has 2 grandsons. So he's been sort of taking care of his family as well as his grandchild, and now he has 2 other grandchildren. So it's time for him to, have the freedom to do the things that he wants to do, as well as take care of his own health, because he needs an operation on his arm, and he's just waiting to hear. For me, I'm not sure if I told you, I'd had a nasty fall at Dad's back in September, October last year, and I've been having physio on my knee. And around about November, December, early December, I said to her that, you know, the pain is still there and it seems to be getting worse. When I showed her where the pain was on my knee, she sort of traced it back. She started to massage what I thought was just a knot. And she said, that doesn't feel like knee, that feels like hip. So she said to me, how do you feel about a hip replacement? Because she did some maneuvering of my leg, and I just looked at her and she said, I think we'll send you off for an x-ray. Well, when she said about the hip, I was really scared about going for the x-ray, so I put that x-ray off until January. Around about the second, third week in January, I went and finally had the x-ray. I then made an appointment for the first week in February and went to see her. I need a hip replacement. Apparently, a hip, it also has osteoarthritis in it. The jarring of the knee has done something, and she said that if it progresses into my hip, into my pelvis, then I will be in excruciating pain. So she said that it is extreme and it needs to be fixed. So I am waiting to hear from the orthopedic surgeon that I saw when I was about 26, 27, who trimmed the meniscus in my right knee and told me I was too young for a knee replacement 3 times in my life. And it's the same surgeon that I will be going to about my hip. And at 62 this year, I hope he doesn't turn around and say that I am still too young. You know, I'm happy to keep, you know, with my knee, but my hip, the pain is starting to be felt. Even if I just lean forward a little bit and stand back up straight, I feel it. So that is another reason why I cannot continue in the vein that I have been. As far as my bright line eating is going, it is day 60 today. The last time I felt this good, I felt that nothing could push me off my plan, was when I was 16. I was thinking, what can I do that is going to show just how far I have come? I decided that I was going to get another piercing in my ear, because I was 16 when I got my first one, and I remember it so vividly. I had for years wanted my ears pierced, and my mother said to me, when you are working and you're earning your own money, you can get your ears pierced. I thought, okay, and I kept that conversation in my head, in my heart, for I'd say about 5 or 6 years, because girls of, you know, I think 10, 11 were getting their ears pierced. I wasn't allowed. So I received my first pay packet, and I remember a little brown envelope and it had cash in it. I went straight down to the chemist after work and got my ears pierced. When I walked through the door, I remember my mother saying, your father is not going to be happy. And I said, but you said that I could get my ears pierced when I got paid. And she turned around and says, yes, I did, but I didn't expect you to do it with your first paycheck. I thought to celebrate, yeah, it would have been 60 days, I got the other piercing in my ear. As well as that, last weekend after I brought my dad in to visit, my granddaughter was dropped off because her parents were going to a concert and staying in town afterwards with friends. On the Sunday, I took her into town and I decided that I was going to get my hair cut again. Only this time I got it trimmed to get rid of the fluffiness. I did it because I wanted to have my hair short, because I like my hair short, and it is part of the new beginnings that I have taken this year. There are some other things that will be happening as the year progresses. I have put a deposit down to travel to a place up north because I'm going to meet some other Bright Line eaters near the end of the year. I just have to book the flights. I've got the cash to do that, so that will be next on the list. I will probably do that on Monday. So the tickets are paid for. I've got money aside to pay for the 3 days I'll be away. I have also saved enough to pay for my ticket to England and for 3-day stay in London before I head to my cousin. All I've got to do now is get saving as much as I possibly can so that I have the funds for rent, utilities, and to furnish with the basics where I will be living. So that is what is happening. It'll be the middle of 2024, so that is what I'm working towards there. And I will also be looking around at what I have and what I want to take with me. I am hoping that I will be able to do it cost effectively. A lot of stuff will get sold, the likes of my desk that I'm sitting at that I just love. I will just put it back in its box and I will send it along with probably a couple of suitcases and a couple of boxes of things, so that I have personal items that I really love that come with me. There will be a painting, a couple of paintings that I will take with me as well. So yeah, it's all shaping up and I can't wait to, you know, begin the next chapter of my life. So that is pretty much where I am right now. There will be some other things that I will be working on and I will keep you up to date with those. I'm going to begin my day in the life, which I will be posting at the end of the weekend, which will be on a Sunday. I'm going to start that, start the recording of those from Monday. And yeah, just give you a glimpse into what my day is like through the week. Actually, I might start tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, so do it Sunday to Sunday, I think. I will also continue uploading what I eat in a day, and we're going to start going out and exploring different places. And I'm hoping to take my grandchildren along as I do that. I have some footage which I will put together with my youngest granddaughter, a trip we took to Sumner Beach where we explored the rocks and the pools around the rocks. So that'll be the first one. So I hope you will join me for that. I will keep you up to date on what's happening with my dad, and hopefully it will go smoothly. That's my hope, is that he understands that no matter how hard we try, we just can't do it all. And with both my brother and I needing operations that are going to actually put us out of commission from anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks for me, and also because with hip replacements there's rehabilitation. My brother, there will be rehabilitation of his arm as well, and I think it could be 12 weeks, and he's possibly not going to have the full use of that arm anymore. So yeah, there are a lot of things happening, but you know, you just got to see the positive in everything, and I will not be letting anything take me off my path, my weight loss journey, because that is really important to me, not just for my, you know, mental and physical well-being. It is also, I don't want my health to deteriorate any more than it has with my joints, and that is a big thing. So on that note, I look forward to catching up with you in my next video. If you're not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and please share if there's anything in my content that may help someone else out there. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.